legal disputes, criminal law, you name it, we deal with it. We try to answer your legal question, point you in the right direction, no matter what the situation might be in your life. And we do it for free. All right, it's all brought to you by the law firm of Beatrice Kopp. So if you have a legal question, the time to call is right now. I have 3 lines in Youngstown open for you to get through, 330-729-9977. 330-729-9977. We have 3 lines in Youngstown open if you have a legal question. Pick up the phone, give us a call, get on the air between now and 6 o'clock. All right, so the sooner you call, the odds of getting on and getting your question answered are much better. 330-729-9977. 3 lines open there, legal questions. 330-729-9977. So pick up the phone, give us a call. We got all of our lines open there for legal questions between now and 6 o'clock tonight on News Radio 570 WKBN. Let's go check in at the firm. Legal show brought to you by Beatrice Kopp. And let's see if we got the kingmaker himself, Attorney David Beatrice.
I am here. I am live and I am local, Ron. How about that?
Well, I was questioning whether you were live, but I think you are.
I am.
All right, sounds like you're live. Sounds like you're local. Welcome to 2025. This is our first program you and I are doing together in 2025.
That is correct.
Yeah. You were absent last week.
Where was I last week?
You were in Columbus, I thought.
Oh, that's right. I was in Columbus for the Ohio Election Officials Society or for something. I had to go down there and get training as the chairman of the board of directors.
All right. So you were
board of elections.
All right. There you go. All right. So you're down in Columbus and you missed the first broadcast. We'll forgive you for that. That sounds like a decent reason for that. Let's hope for, you know what my New Year's resolution was?
Oh, Dave, God, I can't wait.
I said, Dave should not get COVID as much in 2025. That was my New Year's resolution.
Well, luckily, knock on wood.
Yeah.
I did not have it in 2024.
Well, you had plenty of COVID in 2024.
No, not 2024.
Yes.
No, not in 2024. I did not have COVID. I'm sorry. Sorry you're disappointed in that.
No, you got it all the time by going down to the jail. You'd have it on the air.
No.
You were always sick.
I didn't have COVID in 2024, Ron. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I think we would all disagree, your colleagues.
Well, my colleagues won't disagree with me.
I'm sure they will.
Mm-hmm.
You were a walking petri dish to all of us,
basically.
But anyway, it's 2025, and that's the good news. Welcome, David. Who joins you at the big round table tonight?
At the big round table tonight, starting to my left is partner Frank Cassis, or as Siri calls her, Cassie. I press my thing. I go, Frank Cassis. Calling Frank Cassie.
No, it says Frank Kazizi. Is how my Siri says it.
Oh, okay. So Frank Kazizi. Welcome, Frank. Welcome.
Thanks, Ron. Glad to be here.
All right. So I think
and we have attorney Mark DeVecchio, lead singer in the house band. 55 now, Mark?
Yeah.
55 with a 32-inch waist. I hate him.
Right. Well, it's always good to have attorney DeVecchio with us.
And we have one of the other young guns, Jimmy Melfi.
What's going on, everybody
Ron?
Tonight.
Yeah.
Attorney Melfi, welcome, my friends. It's always good to hear from Attorney Melfi. Sharp guy, that's for sure. All right, you guys ready to take some calls, David?
We are. Let's go.
I didn't know if you wanted to impart any.
Go.
I didn't know if you wanted to impart any wisdom to all of us for 2025. There's a time when we always turn to the older population to get some type of insight for the coming year, and apparently you'll have to think about that. We'll all wait for it. All right.
It's all crazy now. I didn't care whether TikTok got banned or not. Now all of a sudden I care. But that's another story. Go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm glad you do. All right. You're on the air, caller. Do you have a legal question?
Yes, I do.
All right. What is it for our attorneys, please?
Hello, Mr. Beatrice. I received a notice in the mail, and there's a photo of my car and everything, and they claimed that the camera took the picture and that I was speeding on South Shenley, and it was 2:52 p.m.
A school zone, yeah.
Yes. Well, I asked a lot of people, and they said they received them too, and they just threw them out. They said that is not legal when a police officer did not pull you over.
Well,
it's legal.
It's legal. It's not criminal, though.
It's civil.
It's a civil matter. You see, every ticket you're written is a semi-criminal matter, and they must prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. In this case, it's a civil administrative thing. They can't put any points on your license. And I've gotten a couple of them, and I haven't paid them. I shouldn't be saying that, but I haven't. And so far, no one's tried to
Okay.
come and collect the money from me.
If you lease your car, dispute it with your company.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's-
one small thing. Do you have a leased automobile?
No, I don't. But a lot of people told me that. They said if it's a lease, you're gonna have to pay it because the company will come after
That's
you when
true.
you turn
True.
it
They
in.
won't. Yeah.
They
won't,
true.
they won't allow you to turn it in.
Absolutely true. All right.
Okay, so then I don't have to pay this.
Well, it's up to you.
We're not
Okay.
telling you not to pay it. We're just saying it's your choice.
Right, it's your choice, but
Right.
most people don't. All right, thank you, Leadfoot. That's an Indian name. You're on the air. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Oh, yeah. So my question is about being a landlord and garnishment of wages. So I successfully evicted a tenant about 2 years ago, and then hired a different lawyer to collect the unpaid rent. That was successful as well, but the former tenant has not, that is, her employer has not garnished wages since about May. And I reached out to my attorney. He's not responded. I know that in a state, if a person has multiple people going after money, that the one debtor may have to wait until the other is satisfied. And I followed that in the court system. I saw that a second debtor came up, and then that debt was satisfied after mine was about 2/3 paid. But since that time, I've received no more garnishment. So what would you recommend? Just go back to my attorney, although he's been non-responsive, or what would you?
You could take her in for a debtor's exam at the court and question her under oath as to where her other assets are, and go attach those.
But I would need a lawyer for that, right?
No. You could represent yourself in small claims court.
Okay. And I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
You are allowed to represent yourself in small claims court.
Yes, but I'm sorry, what was the thing you said before that?
The debtor's exam.
Do a debtor's exam.
A debtor's exam.
You have to file a motion for a debtor's exam. It has to be served upon her. If you have good service on the debtor's exam, on the motion for a debtor's exam, and she doesn't show up, you got to file it in court.
They can put a warrant
they'll-
out for arrest.
Yes, they'll issue a warrant, and they will issue a warrant if they don't show for a debtor's exam if you have good service.
How much does she owe you, caller?
It's about $600 at this point.
Okay, that's so it's not very much money. But you're saying, okay, why isn't it kicking back in where they're taking it out of her paycheck? So is there a way that he can follow through on that, Mark, where he said, I was getting it, somebody else followed one, and apparently that was now satisfied. How come I'm not getting my money again? Mark?
You could send a certified copy of a letter to her employer.
Yeah, with a certified judgment entry, garnishing her wages and see what they do.
And I think they're compelled to, if there's a court order, the employer has to garnish the wages to satisfy the court order because it's a court order.
So start with what Mark just told you. Send a certified letter with the
judgment
to her employer. All right.
Okay, and would you recommend that come from me or from the lawyer, or does not matter?
I think it always has more teeth from a lawyer. What do you think, David?
Yeah, but it's $600. How much is the lawyer?
That's true.
gonna pay?
That's
You're
true.
going to be upside down.
Yeah,
You're
you
gonna
got
be
to
upside down. Try to do it yourself.
be pragmatic. Try to do it in a practical way.
Yeah. Be pregnant, and try to. Why should he be
Pragmatic.
pregnant?
I didn't say pregnant.
Does he wear like that vest that you put on? You know,
my
which
God.
makes
Do
you
you
have a
any more
belly,
calls, Ron?
like like Dave has. You know, when he's walking. Oh no, I'm sorry.
You know, you can't be kind of pregnant. Did you know that?
I had heard that.
Yeah.
He's kind
Throwing
of
some
grumpy now
levity
that
in
he's-
there. Throwing some levity.
Right. I mean, it's 2025.
Can't be
and
kind
he-
of pregnant.
You never
Yeah,
asked
he's-
somebody, what are you, pregnant? Well, kind of. No, you can't be
Can't
kind
be
of
kinda
pregnant.
Oh, no, you can't be kind of pregnant. You're either pregnant or you're not.
Right.
All right.
Dave seems kind of uptight.
But you
now.
can
Have
be
you noticed
kind
that?
of pragmatic. I'm kind of pragmatic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's the difference, Ron.
Is Dave kind of angry tonight, Mark?
I'm
Have
not.
you noticed that? Okay.
No, he's just.
Why are you being so hateful tonight?
Are you Are you hangry?
I'm not hangry.
Okay.
No, please. He was digging his fingers in my lunch.
I did. I stole
He's
a
like-
chicken nugget.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
did
some
you
French
finish
fries.
it?
Listen, I didn't eat anything today. It was the first meal all day. I
And I
finished
stole one of the chicken nuggets and some French fries. I'll admit
it. He's
it.
like Chris Farley from Tommy Boy.
I did it.
You ate 28 bagged lunches?
So you're telling me, Melfi, you didn't eat it all today?
Here's
And
what
you
I
went
did,
that-
Ron. Here's what
No,
I did.
I don't want
No,
to hear your
I'm part of
version
the
of it.
story. I got to tell you what I did.
I want to hear his version of it.
No.
He didn't eat all day.
Yeah.
He gets some chicken nuggets. How many did you get,
Six.
Melfi?
6.
Six.
He only
Really?
had
That wouldn't
5.
kill your back tooth.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
6 nuggets and a small fry. So you're sitting down to eat this. You haven't.
Can I tell you the story, Ron, or you want to make?
Oh
shit?
no, I think I'm getting plenty of the
No,
story
you're not
first
getting
from
the
Melfi.
story.
So Melfi, what happened exactly?
I went back to my office. I took a call.
And
Mhm.
that was a Fugazi call. I called him. He went back to his office. I went out and I robbed his food and I ran back into my office.
Yeah, I know. I heard his
and I
door
wouldn't have
shut.
been I wouldn't have been busted had Gracie not said, "Are you still in Jimmy Melfi's food?" And I said, "I absolutely am."
Yeah, and I heard his door shut. I go, oh, here we go.
And he left a trail of French fries
Yeah.
all the way to his door.
So when you returned, Melfi, in other words, there was nothing left for you.
No, I left him. He
left
had a
me like
half
2.
a nugget. I only ate 1 nugget,
How many French fries?
about 10.
Those are waffle fries, right?
No,
the
that's
Wendy's.
you with the waffle fries.
I thought they were waffle.
Oh my God, they're so set in their ways, Ron.
Man, you guys are getting me hungry.
Tell you what.
Boy, oh boy, I feel really bad for you, Jim. I really do.
know.
I mean, you didn't eat all day. You set it down right
I didn't
there.
eat all day either,
you're-
Ron.
Okay, you're doing
I
work,
didn't eat all day either,
and
Ron.
somebody
You had a nugget.
steals, and I want to
Yeah.
use this word. They steal from you.
Because you
Theft.
know why, Ron?
Why?
Everyone has a little bit of larceny in them. Okay, let's be honest about it.
And do you believe?
Everyone has a little bit of larceny in them. All right.
I kind of agree.
So let me see it, Jimmy. You said he left you half a nugget. That
No,
was
no,
it.
no.
And
He had 6 nuggets. He ate I think 2, and then had half of 1, and then there was 2.5 more, and I took 1 and some French fries.
I really hope that spicy nugget gives you some problems later
I don't
tonight.
care. You are not capable of embarrassing me. I'm unembarrassable.
oh, I think this is very embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
I-
I'm unembarrassable. Do you know how liberating it is to know that nothing anyone says to me? I almost called you yesterday. I got to tell you why I almost called you. It's a really funny story.
Well, why didn't you just go get your own nuggets, Dave?
Because he had already gone and gotten himself nuggets. I just decided to play a little bit of, DoorDash thief.
It's just some shenanigans, office shenanigans,
Yeah,
Ron.
chicanery.
Office shenanigans.
Let's take another call, Ron.
I'm just shocked by this whole behavior, Jim. I apologize that he does that kind of
Thanks.
stuff.
I
to you.
appreciate you apologizing on his behalf.
All right, really. I mean, it's very sad. You're on the air with the attorneys tonight.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. What's your question, please?
Hypothetical question. Could we wake up Monday morning to news of a blanket pardon of 15 million illegal immigrants?
That's a tough hypothetical, Dave.
That is a tough hypothetical.
Yeah.
I don't know if a president can issue a pardon to someone he doesn't know. They'd have to be named.
Yeah.
And what was the number that you used? What number did you say, sir?
15 million.
That's the number that's going around in the
Yeah.
in Ron Verb's echo chamber.
Excuse me, 14.5 million.
That's a lot.
I don't think you could because you couldn't identify him.
You couldn't identify him.
That's true.
Yeah. So the answer would be no, sir.
No, sir.
Didn't he do a blanket pardon like that like a month ago?
No.
No.
He named certain people.
Yeah, you would have to name them, and to name that many people, you'd kill a lot of trees on that. those
I
documents.
understand it. It wouldn't surprise me if Beatrice got a blanket pardon by name for stealing nuggets from Attorney Melfi. Thank you. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me at all if that actually took place. A blanket pardon, too. You're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Hello.
Jimmy Jacksonville.
You're on the air with
One.
You always let them come through, Ron.
That's right. You're on the air with our attorneys tonight.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, go
Yes.
ahead. What's your question?
I have a question regarding the fiasco that's going on in Vienna Township.
Yes.
I'm going to assume that you've heard about it.
Yes.
We have 2 trustees that were in office when this all started. Is there any way
to, or what would be steps that we could take to get them removed. One of them gets on Facebook and continually insults the residents, and I would even say humiliates, and I'll just say that that's in my opinion. But from what I've heard, people just keep getting information that it'll be a shorter time if we just wait for them to get out of office.
Probably. You
That
can
it would
remove
take
an
for us
office
to take
holder,
steps.
but there's a lot of hoops you have to jump through.
But there's always an upcoming election where you can get them
Right.
right.
I know, but it's not, they're in office for a whole nother year.
Oh my God, how are you going to survive?
I don't know, because the insults are one thing. I mean, that's awful.
You
That
should
they,
be like
you know,
me.
right from the beginning.
You should be like
blame
me,
their
caller.
citizens.
Be more
Just-
like Dave.
Just say you're unembarrassable.
Sticks and stones.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Be like Dave.
Be like Dave.
I mean, it's
I'm unembarrassable.
a guy like Dave. There's nothing you can say to him that really ever gets his goat.
No.
There's nothing that you can do that embarrasses Dave.
No.
We've tried it all on this program. For
You
years, we
failed
talked about his
completely. Rejection at the
broken
rim.
his broken dinghy that we talked about for years. And
You know, I still have people asking me about that dinghy.
and his dinghy is now better. We're happy to. He had a dinghy replacement, and life is better, right, Dave?
Life is much better. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you. All right, you're on the air. Hello, line 2.
Hi. Is
Hi.
it me?
Yes, it is. What's your
Hi
question?
there. I
What-
have a question regarding expunging and sealing records. I guess, what's the difference of the two? I have a minor misdemeanor from several years back, and I'm wondering, I was told the laws keep changing, so I'm wondering, is there a guarantee if you file that those can get removed?
Yeah, minor misdemeanor,
Or,
you can get removed.
How does that work
But
now?
how
current
is that
year?
hurting your job prospects? What was the minor misdemeanor for?
So,
Probably
So
disorderly.
an ex-husband of mine claimed domestic violence. It had got reduced down to just a disorderly conduct. So the minor misdemeanor is just a disorderly conduct.
It's
Oh, no.
completely expungible.
But it is affecting a background check for a current job I got. I had to explain it where I had to explain why it came up on a background check, which is disappointing. And I haven't been cleared for the new job. And I feel like they might reject me and say no.
So understand this: you can't expunge domestic violence, but because the
It wasn't a
charge,
domestic
well,
violence.
it started as a domestic because it was reduced to a disorderly that can be expunged, and an expungement and the sealing of your record are it's the same expression. It's the same thing.
How much time has passed since you had the conviction for the misdemeanor?
On a minor misdemeanor,
5
it's
years.
non-probationable, though. I mean,
5 years.
Yeah, right. But you still need to wait a year from the
No, she
final
says it's been
disposition.
5 years.
Yeah.
I understand. I mean, that's why I asked her how long it passed.
Yeah,
you need a
so
year
could
from
file
final
it right away.
disposition, so she could file it right now to get.
But that's not going to stop in the age of the internet. Okay, it's
can't
not gonna
beat Google.
You can't beat Google.
You can get a record expunged, and if whatever occurred was newsworthy, it's still out in space.
Yeah.
but if it's
Right.
sealed and expunged, and you're
It won't
asked if
come
you
up
have a
on- yeah.
conviction, you could say no.
Well, you could, but that also depends on what application you're filing.
And
That's
also
true.
depends
The
on
fa-
how the question is asked.
Right, right.
That's the law school, and for law school and federal jobs, they will tell you any prior convictions, and they'll
Expungements don't count.
specifically say even if it was expunged.
Yes.
But 9
Can
out of 10
jobs
times,
deny you if it comes up? I mean, are they
That's a
able to?
personal-
Yeah,
get
but
that?
Yeah,
I mean,
they're not
it's such a
going to.
ridiculous thing
Yeah.
to
It's an
reject you over.
you know, they could hire you or fire you for any reason. Ohio's an at-will state, so
yeah, I mean, you should get it expunged just because it's a talking point and a potential obstacle, but it should not be a big deal to expunge that, especially if you don't have any prior record, and that's all that there
Or
was.
Yeah.
anything pending now.
Correct.
Yeah, that's easy.
Right.
Easy peasy. All right,
Okay,
caller.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Next
you.
call, Ron.
A caller wants to know, can you have a record expunged? This is for Attorney Melfi. Can you expunge a record of somebody that steals nuggets from your lunch?
Yes.
It's a minor-
After David ends his probationary period, I think he has to wait a
and
year.
replaces the
lucky.
nugget.
Let me tell you
He
what
has to
you're
make
lucky about,
restitution.
Jimmy.
You didn't eat 2 of them.
I didn't eat the rest of them. You had half of them, one bit.
Let me tell you something.
I could have eaten the
I've
rest of
seen
them.
Beatrice eat people's lunches out of the refrigerator in the cafeteria, point blank, eat every single thing in their lunch bag.
I may have, I may
So
have
Jimmy
done that.
spit the hook.
Yeah.
I may have done
Trust
that.
me
Ron.
when I tell you.
Are you serious?
Oh, Ron,
When
I
I'm
swear
hungry,
to God.
When I'm hungry, you better stay out of my way.
It is like the movie Billy Madison when Farley's the bus driver and the kids go and they come back and none of them have any food. The staff would come down to the lunchroom and into the kitchen. They'd sit down to eat. They'd open their thing and it was just wrappers.
Crumbs, wrappers. He'd leave all the fruit and
That's
the
a
healthy
true
options.
story.
Yeah.
I've
Any
witnessed
carb
that.
you can get a hold of, it's gone.
Well, we are learning some interesting things about Attorney Beatrice tonight.
That's you are.
All right. All right. Next call for our attorneys tonight. You're on the air. Hello there.
Brother, Saturday
All
night
right,
special
get
work.
out.
There's the
here.
second one that came in, Ron. What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
How
You're
are
on
all
You
the
have
your
air.
caller ID at the
escapees?
station there. Do you have
How
caller
are these
ID?
escapees coming in, Ron? What are you doing?
Hello?
I
they
don't
get
know,
pardoned?
Dave. I attract them. You're on the air. Next call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you. My father passed away, and he left a will, and it says 50% to his children and 50% to his wife. I got an attorney, and the attorney told me that the only thing I'm eligible for is a piece of property that was in his name only, and I am not entitled to anything from the house that was in both of their names
What's that
or
statute
anything
say?
else that was.
She
in-
can
they had
elect
a
against
business
the
that was
will.
in-
Yeah.
I think she gets to live in the house
then-
a year, right?
Right. And then I think she gets, well, was there a will?
Yeah, he said there was a will.
Yeah, half to the
there's a
children,
will, and
half
it's
to the wife.
50% to the wife and 50% to the children. My
What?
attorney's telling me that I only entitled to 50% of the property.
Yeah, there's
That's the only
there's
thing that was
certain
in my dad's name.
Certain
only.
assets are excluded.
yeah certain
from
assets
the
are excluded, and she gets the first so many thousands of dollars of the estate.
Yeah.
You cannot disinherit a spouse. As much as
All right,
my
hang
wife
on,
would
hang
like
on.
to do that to me.
Hang on, caller. We'll wrap up with your question after the break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Start the new year with new triple pane windows from
Interesting
Window Depot.
text.
We also install entry doors.
Gone.
fruit,
Gone.
and vegetables.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, the vegetables would be left
The
over.
vegetables will be left there. He might nibble the fruit. The problem is the bologna's dipped in
Gone.
antifreeze, and he's gonna have a problem here pretty soon.
Yeah. All right. Let's say Frank brought in some trestle tortellini.
tortellini. I knew he was going there.
please.
All right, and let's say-
it didn't even
let's
hit
say-
in the refrigerator.
Yeah, but here's the
Let's-
problem with the trestle tortellini with David is he won't be able to hide the evidence because it'll be all over his tie and shirt.
yeah.
That's true.
I mean, this is shocking that he actually will go in and eat other people's lunches out of the.
Well, be
Corporate
shocked.
refrigerator.
Be shocked, Ron. Do we have any calls?
Oh, we got plenty of calls.
All right, so be shocked and let's take some calls.
I might stop and get bologna on the way home now.
I love
Fried
bologna.
bologna
me too.
sandwich.
There's nothing better than a bologna sandwich at 3:00 in the morning.
I agree.
I'll tell you
Fried
what.
bologna,
was that that
onions,
you would get-
mustard.
Are you guys aware that he would go out like at 2:00 in the morning or
There's
something?
Beef
get some
ravioli.
Beef
Chef
ravioli.
Chef Boyardee.
Boyardee beef
That's
ravioli.
That's disgusting.
He wouldn't
No.
even heat them up. He'd eat it right out of
Right
the
out
can.
of the can. I get a plastic fork. I'd open up the Chef Boyardee's beef ravioli.
And that would also be all over whatever he was wearing.
Ron, I'll tell you a quick story. Years ago, we were interviewing an intern in the office. So David called me in, and she had come in for the interview. And
I don't even
prior-
remember this,
prior
so
to the
I got
interview-
I got to test its veracity. But go ahead.
I assure you, it's accurate.
Oh,
Prior
yeah,
to the
sure.
interview, he was eating Taco Bell, and he was drenching his tacos in lava sauce, and every bite splattered more lava sauce on his shirt.
Oh, that is such a
No,
lie.
it's not.
Who are
I-
we? Who are we
I
interviewing?
can't say the name. I can tell you after. I'll tell
Oh,
you.
that's a lie.
She was a female, and
It's a
so
lie.
he came and he looked like it looked like it was a design by the time he was finished. Like it
That's
was
such
part
a
of the
lie.
shirt.
It's such.
She does.
It's just a lie.
It's not. I'm telling
So
you.
what you're saying is his dress shirt looked like a Jackson Pollock painting.
Yeah, right. It
Okay.
looked
Oh,
like
really?
art. Like, you know what I mean? Some
Like
of
an
those
ink
artists,
blot
yeah,
test.
they flick the paint
Rorschach.
on the canvas.
Ron, do we have any calls? I'm not going to take this harassment.
Can
from
you
them.
please? Can you just be quiet for a minute? So did she say anything about his shirt?
No, she didn't.
Did she see a
was-
butterfly?
She was, but you can see her just sitting there. He was going through the whole thing, and she got up and left, and he's like, "I think that went well," and I'm like, "I hope so." You know, I don't. We never heard back from her.
Such a lie. It's such a lie, Frank.
I swear.
So he was eating
God.
Taco Bell, and the juice
No.
was going on his shirt.
Prior to this, she didn't eat when she was there.
Oh, that's what you led us to believe.
No. He ate the Taco
It's a
Bell.
better
prior
story
to-
if he was
Yeah.
guzzling
No,
burritos.
no,
Yeah,
down.
I may have
That's
met with
not a
people
lie.
when stuff
That-
was
no.
spilled on my shirt. That's
Okay.
a normal thing
That
for me.
for- yes, it
Coffee.
is.
He
Yes,
wasn't
it
eating
is.
the Taco Bell when she was in the room, but he was
The
pouring so
remnants
much
of it.
lava sauce on it that every bite he took, it was like a super soaker. It
Brian
just-
has the best story of them all. Brian has the
Which
best
is?
story of them all. We were going to Pennsylvania for a hearing, and we're over in Campbell, and we stopped at a rib joint, and we got ribs to go, and I ate the ribs to go, and it went. You have to have Brian describe it. It went everywhere, Frank. It was just drenched on me, the sauce and everything. Trying to wipe it up. And stuff.
Here's the question: whose car were you in?
It was my car.
I was gonna say
Brian was a very young lawyer at the time.
So Ron,
He was probably
It's
only
like
out-
Dr. Seuss, thing
2 or
1 and
3
thing
years.
2.
there was a night when Beatrice was in Tampa with Brian, and they were out together. And Brian got a brand new car. He was really excited, really happy, and they were going back to Brian's house, which is a
This is
fair,
a true story, Ron.
fair distance away from where they were.
Well, we
and-
were at the casino.
all right. So they
All
were at
right,
the
so we were at the casino. We were gambling. We might have not done too well. And as we're walking back to
Well,
Brian's
but
car,
Brian, yeah, but Brian told him, if you've got to use the restroom, do it now. And Beatrice said, I don't have to.
I'm good. I'm good. Well, when you're my age, Ron, you have sudden onset syndrome. All
All
right.
right, so no,
We got in the
Clint.
car and we're
Yeah.
driving, and sudden onset syndrome came on. And I said, Brian, could you please pull over? I have to go to the restroom. And he goes, okay. So this is so embarrassing.
You don't get embarrassed.
Okay, this one kind of did. So I did my business on the side of the road, but what I didn't realize was I was standing on top of a fire ant hill, and they all climbed up my leg, and And they got into Brian's car and they start biting him.
I
I
had
had-
a brand new car
His brand new-
filled with fire ants.
We had to stop and get like bug spray.
He had to do a bug bomb. He had a bug bomb his car
Oh my God, his new car.
on the side of the road in a gas station.
Maybe he had the car for 48 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, this
That's
is some
true
truth.
Beatrice form right there.
There it is. I'm gonna call Brian and tell him what you guys are doing to me. Okay.
Oh my God. It's I'm sorry to hear that. So he regularly wears lunch, is what you're saying, on his shirt. I mean,
Absolutely.
why does he wear a bib or something? At
When
this
we're
point in
out,
time?
he does. He'll put the napkin in his shirt and he covers up. But I mean, there's nothing is safe.
I really should put a bib in his Christmas gift this year.
He
Can you
should've.
imagine though, of all things that he would get on a road trip, he would get ribs. I mean, knowing this,
Yeah.
Hold
he
on,
would get
Ron.
ribs.
You're gonna have to.
That's see, but that's just true Beatrice form. Like I can tell you, there's a client who's really excited. Like they're like, all right, I got Dave Beatrice. He's the guy. Yada yada yada. And we'll go to meet him. And depending on where we ate before, you don't know what he's wearing. It's just that simple.
Here's the thing, Ron. You're gonna have to ask Frank what I got David for Secret Santa this year.
What do you get, Frank?
He got him a nice calendar.
Yeah, with all my messed up pictures in it. They took the worst photos of me.
Yeah, none of them were flattering.
There is a photo of me with Daniel, one of the law clerks who's in law school, walking me down the hallway. I swear to God, I look like an invalid. Like he's taking an old guy to the restroom in the nursing home. That's what that picture looks
What
like.
you're not saying
does.
is
I don't know how Frank got that picture. It is the worst picture of me. Like I look like a duck, a fat green duck.
the best part is I superimposed Vince Gigante walking down the street, his bathrobe right next to it.
Yeah, so Ron, Vince Gigante was the mobster that
He feigned
the chin.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
nickname was the chin, and he led the FBI to believe that
He
he
was
was
insane.
slow, right? That he was insane.
yes.
He wore a bathrobe out in public when he walked around, and he had his associates like hold his arm and walk him, and that's how he.
This picture is as bad as that. Do we have any calls, Ron?
Yeah, we do, but they're willing to wait. I checked with all of them. So every picture of every month is a bad picture, Dave.
Yes.
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 They even got a picture of me when I was dyeing my hair. Okay, it looks really bad. To be honest.
I sent
really-
a text around the office. I said, "Give me the funniest David pictures you
Yeah,
can
he
find."
got him.
And I got
They made
him.
a calendar out of it.
It's hanging
You know,
in
that-
Julie's office.
They should be available for the public to purchase
No.
that. I would
No.
love to have a calendar
No,
like
they
that
should not be
hanging
available.
in the studio.
Mhm.
I mean, I think people would
There's
want to
one
buy
with the
something
lizard
like
on
that.
my neck.
Or what about you in the chili cook-off?
Thank you.
That was a good one.
There was one with the lizard on my neck, Ron. I had a lizard on my neck.
That is a great gift idea, though. The worst pictures of Dave.
I mean, what do you buy him? Like, what do you
Right.
get him in a secret?
That was the best gift ever, though. I mean, that would have been.
And Jimmy did well.
It was
All
good.
right.
Did well.
Jimmy, you got to get more of those. You got to reproduce it for. If I was you, Jimmy, I would have made one for every lawyer in the office. So no matter where he goes, that's hanging in their cubicle.
Oh, thank you for that, Ron.
Would have been a great idea. All right,
Yes.
you're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Hello.
Traffic.
You're on the air with our
Ron,
attorneys
there's
tonight.
three
Hello.
escapees tonight.
Ron, how you doing?
Good. You got a question for the guys?
I do. You know who this is, don't you?
No.
It's a car wash guy.
Oh, okay, car wash. Go ahead.
It's legal tonight. Is Mark there?
Mark
I'm here.
DeVecchio is here. Yes.
Mark, you'd remember me too because we came to see you about adopting our grandchild. Remember the ex-wife that I've been friends with for 50 years?
Yes. I do.
Okay. Anyway,
How you
I'm
doing?
sorry?
How are you?
I'm fine. I moved out of where I was, the situation. My son's doing good. Paul is talking about moving to South Carolina.
This is all
So
wonderful.
we
Do you
got
have a
couple- Yes, I do.
We're trying to catch up a little bit, Dave. I haven't
Hey, well,
seen the guy
how
in a
about I
while.
call
He's a
you off
nice
the
guy.
air? There's people that need their questions answered.
Or we could talk
guys
more
are
about
like
the stains
catching
on
up.
your shirt.
I don't want
We
to
could
talk
do
about the
that.
stains on my shirt.
Oh, I do. I want to talk about him.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, car wash guy.
I have
motorcycles that I restore in a garage, and I rent a half of it off this woman who's 78 years old. If something happens to her and she dies, would I have a problem getting them out of there without something written that I pay her every month?
Did you?
You have title to the
Who has
motorcycles, right?
title?
Yes, I have the titles.
Well, then
Yeah,
you're protected.
you're
As long as you have legal title,
Oh.
you're good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I needed to know.
Then that's
All
what
right.
you got answered. And his, they
Okay.
moved
Thank
to
you.
Florida. One went to North Carolina.
Yeah,
I'm glad you guys caught up.
it was nice. It was
Do we
nice.
have any
Nice
questions?
hearing from you.
We have
Don't
any
be
more
such a
questions?
stranger.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Do we have any more questions?
Call next Thursday.
I think he is hangry right now. Is that how you say hangry? He sounds hangry.
Oh my God.
The calendar is the best ever. I don't know that I'll ever.
Ron, you
It's
have to
just-
see it. You really have to see it
it's
because it
gotta
is
be the best.
outrageous.
What a great idea. And when they gave you all the bad pictures, was it hard coming up with just 12? Did you open?
Honestly,
like
some of them I had to like do 2 or 3 pictures in a month because they were too good not to include.
Yeah. They're really bad pictures. I mean, horrible pictures of me.
and that's brilliant. You're on the air. Hello.
Hi, Ron.
Hi. Your question, please.
It was that big.
Well, I just wanted to tell Mr. Beatrice and the fellas that my husband is an attorney, and the issue the lady called in about the speed ticket with the speed camera in front of the school zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got one myself in front of Ursuline High School,
Mm-hmm.
and my husband did a pretty fair amount of legal research on this matter, and the city of Youngstown is a forget the word, home rural city.
Yeah.
So by definition, it's a little different than like Girard would be, or
No, no,
Indiana,
it's
when you're
it's
out of
not
the
it's not a
township.
criminal ticket.
right. I understand that, but the lady, I think the question she was asking was, do you have to pay it? And in the city of Youngstown, if you're in a school zone, you probably better because it will go to a default judgment.
Only if they
and
sue you.
They will have a collection agency to come after you.
Well, no,
And-
first they have to sue you, and they've
And get a
not been-
judgment.
and get a judgment, and they've not been doing that. With all due respect to your husband,
But you shouldn't speed in front of Ursuline High School.
that's true.
Mark's alma mater.
Yes, the academy. Do not speed in front of the academy.
I was a good girl, and I paid the ticket
Well-
way in advance. But
I have 4 of them.
It would go to default judgment, and it would.
No,
And
they
it will
can't
go
go
to
to default judgment without giving you notice. Ask your husband about the due process clause of the 14th Amendment. See if he can.
Dave, you know who I am. You and I were both on an ends of court committee together before I retired.
Who is that?
I don't know who it is.
I
Who-
did a lot of creditors' rights in bankruptcy. That'll identify who I am.
Oh, I know who this is.
Yeah,
What?
now you know who this is. Yeah, they're because it's a home rule city. They can do their own statute. They don't have to have.
Yeah,
known
but they
cameras.
still have to sue you for it. They just can't go in and get a
No.
default judgment.
The notice of the ticket serves as the notice that there's a claim against you. If you want to testify, go right ahead. I don't have a paying client right now that'll do it.
I think you're wrong, but with all due respect, we can agree to disagree that somehow giving you a ticket leads to a default judgment.
Well, that's the way the city ordinance reads. If you want to challenge it, go ahead.
I would challenge it in a second.
So my wife, the speeder, does not get any more tickets.
That's
Well,
right.
That's right.
Slow
You
down,
shouldn't
ma'am.
Speed in front of a school zone. Very
Let me
good.
ask
Especially
the-
Ursuline.
Let me ask the attorney. Would you like to talk to Attorney DeVecchio and start the divorce process with this woman that you're married to that's causing you?
How
these
long you
headaches?
been married?
42 years. I was lectured.
Listen to me. Listen to me.
Law, no one's above the law. and
If you've been
I received a spousal argument. I got yelled at.
you've been married 42 years and you retired, you broke your marital vows. You understand that, right? Because you said for better or for worse. You never said for lunch. Now you're having lunch with her. How's that working out for you? It doesn't seem like it's working out for you.
He said, I think you got to pay this. He's like, I went
I'm
there.
not saying she has to pay. I mean, okay, theoretically she has to pay it, but yeah. And I grant you it's a big if, but once these things pile up, they're going to find some of my brethren who do bulk collections.
Well, let them go and do it.
I certainly hope not.
I don't think they're gonna do
For-
it.
not gonna do
for
it.
some obvious reasons that
got
I
one
don't
in the
even want
mail
to
the
get
other
into
day.
on the
I
air
got one
right
in my
now.
mail the other day. My wife goes, "What are you going to do with this?" I said, "I'm not going to pay it."
David, go up and look on my desk. You're gonna freak out.
Well, I paid it. I was a good girl.
You were a good girl. Very good. That's why your husband's at home with you every day for lunch. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, not every day, but I want you to know I did get lectured about this.
Oh God.
Yeah,
Well,
Dave,
Nothing
you know
worse
what?
than a lecturing lawyer.
So I don't have to be in front of the school.
You know
There
what?
you go.
Trust me, in Dave's marriage, he gets lectured a lot too, but it's the other way around. Who's doing the lecturing?
The boss. Listen to me. I make all the big decisions in our marriage.
And there
35 years of marriage, there hasn't been one big decision I had to make. Not one.
And I
Nothing.
will tell you, I do have one from Gerard on the 7-Eleven where it drops from 70 down to 50, and I got one there. That one, I'm not paying that one.
Uh-oh, you better tell your husband, because according to him, they can go ahead and get default judgment right away and start attaching your Social Security.
Hey, the Gerard, and then it has Gerard's in a home rule township. It can't, it cannot enact the type of an ordinance that Youngstown can.
Okay.
That's why Youngstown can do what it does.
Well,
the rest of these tickets by Gerard, by Edna, whoever out there, don't have that consequence to them.
well, we'll see what happens. Because I got a couple of them.
All I know is if I get a case in Trumbull County, I have to add like 20% to my retainer because I get a ticket going and coming back every single time.
All right, Ron, we got another call.
Yeah, thank you, caller. Oh my, you're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Hello. You're on the air.
Wow, that breaks it. That's four.
That's four,
Ron,
Ron.
come on.
You're really
man.
slipping, bro.
I know.
That was pretty quick. Those
You're
last
on
two.
the air.
No.
Yeah.
Ron's getting slow on the trigger.
Listen.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
your question.
Yeah, I have a question. I have a signed residential lease that permitted a small lap dog.
Mm-hmm.
Something happened. The lap dog died. They brought a much bigger dog in, like a lab.
Yeah.
Can I?
Yes.
Is there a weight restriction? Did you put a weight restriction? Is there something in there relative to a description of the dog?
Says large or small.
It's ambiguous.
Yeah.
No.
They can argue, but you could still get them out.
You could still get 'em out.
You could still get them out.
Or just charge them more rent. Say,
Yeah,
hey, we got to
either
renegotiate
amend
the
it-
lease.
Right.
Because when this dog takes a deuce in my apartment.
No, they're gonna tear that dog will tear things up.
Should I put it in the form of a letter and document this? What do you?
Yeah, you
suggest?
have to document
Absolutely,
it.
you
It's
have
not
to
in
do it in
writing.
writing.
Yep.
You have to put it in writing, and I would
Well,
send it certified, and I would instruct them to contact me in a specific time period within the next 14 days. And
Is
if
the
they
hour up
don't,
already?
No, that's just ignore that.
that happens every couple weeks.
Yeah.
See,
What's going on here,
Well,
Ron?
just-
Nothing.
Thank you.
Thank
It
you.
doesn't
You know what?
sound like nothing, Ron.
No, it does. It's,
You
just ignore it.
Ron, I mean, you're talking about me walking around. You don't even know how to push those buttons anymore.
Maybe I leaned on a button, Dave. I was thinking about something. All right, listen. At least I'm not stealing people's lunches here at the
I
station
do
or
that
taking people's
proudly.
nuggets. Or knowing that you have
It was-
the problem.
it was,
why
It
would you get
It was Frank's
ribs?
birthday this past week.
And what'd you get him?
Nothing.
same thing you got them last year.
We bought some pizzas in, and I brought him some kolache today.
Yeah, the kolache was really good.
It was
Mhm.
good.
That was
That was
really
good
good kolache.
That was really
Yeah.
good kolache.
I
He
didn't
brought
get any.
pizza in for his lunch, and
Yeah.
that was it.
And he ate it then.
Yeah.
And did anyone else get any other than you, David?
I didn't have any pizza actually. They only gave it to Frank. Frank's a big deal around here.
Oh,
and
God,
Jimmy's
here
a
we
big deal.
go.
Mark's a big
This-
deal.
Come on.
They're trying to
No,
push
no,
me
no.
out, Ron. They really are. They are purposely coming in my office when I go to court, and they're moving stuff around. They're trying to make me go crazy. Okay.
Well, we do have a picture of you being walked down the hallway.
Whoa, that we do. If I sent
mean,
you that picture, you wouldn't stop laughing for 25 minutes, Ron.
It's so funny.
In fact, you know what, Ron? I am going to send you that picture.
Yeah.
I totally am going to send you that tomorrow.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Yes.
All right. The next call, you're on the air with our attorneys tonight. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. What's your comment for the boys?
You see the gentleman with the white button down on with the gray hair? He always comes to Long Island. Tell him don't ever come to Jersey without calling me. Because if he does, he's in trouble.
Oh,
Sounds like one of your relatives, Frank.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I know this guy.
that's American Gangster.
Yeah.
Is that American Gangster?
That's American Gangster.
That's Josh Brolin.
Yeah, he tells him don't cross.
Keep talking about my cousin Vinny the Chin, bro. Keep talking about him.
The Chin. We got the Chin sitting next to us. Actually, he was formerly known as Joey Zaza.
Joey Zaza.
Joey Zaza.
Hey, do you know who I am?
You're from Jersey.
You know who I am?
Who are you?
You know who I am?
You're the Jersey boy from Instagram, aren't you? Aren't you?
Yeah.
The Jersey boy from Instagram.
Oh,
This is fascinating.
I met a guy
Yeah,
from Jersey.
listen,
I went to
Ohio
Long
State-
Island.
Ohio
He
State's
got mad
not
at me.
gonna win, so don't worry
He
about
got mad
that.
at me because
Don't
I
let
wouldn't
that
go
over your head,
drive an hour to
Bozo.
meet him.
Are you a Notre Dame fan?
What?
Oh, I want to hear.
Nah,
wait.
I'm a Rutgers
Rutgers.
fan. I'm
You're Rutgers.
Rutgers.
My
He
cousin.
and I, this guy were
my
talking.
cousin's
He and I
from
were
Rutgers.
talking on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
he got mad at me because I went to Long Island because my daughter's dating a kid from Long Island, and he
Yeah.
was
I
in
didn't
the.
get mad at
So-
you. I didn't get
He
mad
didn't
at
check
you.
in with you.
So what part of Jersey do you live?
Oh, he's
all my
Jersey,
accounts got
Jersey.
suspended. Everything got suspended.
No, I got family in Jersey,
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
where?
New Brunswick, and then my cousin lives in Bayhead. I go to Bayhead every.
Oh yeah, I'm always down. We go to
I love this
Ocean
guy.
Gate a lot. It's right by.
Yeah.
It's right by beach.
He and I were
It's
talking.
Right there.
You ever been to the? I know this is not in Bayhead, but it's in Jersey. Have you ever been to the Belmont Tavern?
Oh, wait, hold on. What the fuck?
Wait a minute. You can't say that on the
You let that slip.
I mean, no, that-
You didn't think
that-
I know about the Belmont Tavern?
So,
All right,
so you want you're gonna let the Jersey guy take up 40 minutes of the show. The car wash guy, you had to hang up on him.
Bro. Straight gangsters.
That's right. He saw me when we won a
All
murder.
right, caller, you're not allowed to swear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron's right. You're not
Except
allowed
that
to
word.
Listen, we love the
When I
Jersey
first
accent.
heard his
We
voice,
love-
when I first heard his voice, I go, "Oh my god, it's the guy I met on
Yeah,
Instagram."
you're not allowed to
He-
swear,
he
but I
called
know
me-
a little bit about the Belmont Tavern.
All right, Ron, we got to take.
All jokes aside, how do you know about the Belmont Tavern?
I can't talk about it over there.
The statute of limitations is not
His last
expired.
name is Cassis. What do you
My
think?
friends are from Newark and Belleville.
Yeah.
So I know everybody over there.
Yeah, I've spent consider.
His last. What did David say? What you said again to this guy?
That's crazy. Yo, I got to get on your show, but I got to come down there and get on your show, bro.
Oh, come on.
I get like
Come on. I
right,
drove all the
that's
way to Long Island. He got mad at me and stopped talking to me on Instagram.
Yeah, he wants to get on your show, but he can't stop swearing. You know what I mean?
Hey,
It's like-
Jersey guy, go check out my TikTok thing. You'll see what happened.
Yeah, but it's going to be banned here in about a
No,
day.
it's not.
David's gonna be in a hole for like.
you know.
a week
Now
or
let's
two.
review just for a moment the dignity that the car wash guy brought when he was talking to Mark, and the joy
Well,
we
they
got
were
from
like
it.
calling, like, "Oh, my wife
now-
went here and this one went
now
there."
let's
They
talk
were
about
reminiscing
Jersey
about
guy.
neighborhood bars in
This is the
Jersey.
Jersey guy in the Bay Pew Void or whatever it is. What's it called?
The Belmont Tavern.
The Belmont Tavern.
He's floored by that.
We could have the Jersey guy on. Just we'll have a parental advisory.
Jersey
He can be
guy.
on the show,
Button
just like the
delay.
Pat McAnally.
As a matter of
the
fact,
ESPN
you
show.
got to have the button that goes every time.
We're gonna start having characters like Jim Rome.
There you go. All right, tomorrow morning, WFMJ today. What's on the
Oh,
program?
that lawsuit that they got going on with hold on a second. With the Buell Hall trustees over the Sharon Regional Hospital and stuff. That's what I'm gonna be talking about.
All right, that'll be tomorrow morning at 6:30ish on WFMJ today.
You got it.
All
Thanks,
right,
Ron.
David, thank you. Frank,
This guy's
thank
too
you.
funny.
Jim, thank